Want to know the secret to getting fast results for your business? Stay tuned to learn out how we do it. Hey everybody, welcome to the iProv vlog, where we help business leaders grow their business. I'm Jordan Smith. As always, I'm joined by Patrick Laughlin. What's up, Pat?
What's up, Joe? How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing good. Everybody, stop, do me a favor. You know the drill. Subscribe, comment, like, share, hit that bell so that you'll get notifications whenever we release more of these. Hey, this week we're talking about tactics, and tactics is just a fancy word for the steps that you need to take to accomplish your desired strategy. We've got a whole series on strategy, a whole series on vision, got a whole series on alignment. Hope you guys check them all out. One of the ways that we use to help determine what tactics need to be achieved is what we call our sprint planning meeting, which I know we've talked about a couple times, right, Pat?
Yeah, sprint planning is it's a little bit of a minefield. You know, the folks that are heavily into Agile will jump all over us because we don't subscribe to any particular philosophy.
Yeah, we're not black belts. We're not even yellow belts, but we try.
No, I mean we're white belts at best. You know, we're sort of still crawling out of the primordial ooze. But we do have sort of it works for us. We have sort of a really good sort of Kanban sprint system, and it allows us to do an incredible amount of work for clients with a small team and stay really focused each week. So let's talk about what that meeting looks like, Joe.
Yeah, speaking of staying focused, there's kind of three main things that we always go into every sprint knowing, right? We're going to step through those. The first one, or sprints are all about tactics, not about strategy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This meeting, we do ours once a week. Some people do it every 2 weeks. This is not about strategic refinement. This is about picking the things that you've already committed to working on and getting them done. You know, this is how we fulfill that overall strategy. If you want to talk about sort of strategic refinement, you can look at some of our videos from Strategy Week, and we'll put a link to them sort of up in the corner and down in the description. So so really the first thing to know about any sprint planning meeting is that it has to focus on tasks that are coming up, and who on your team needs to be assigned these tasks, and when do these tasks need to be completed. What you're looking to do is get commitment on completion.
That's what it should be focused on. It should be a very action-oriented conversation, right? This is why we talked about before. It's so important that strategy needs to be agreed on by all team members, and everybody needs to be bought in, because there's a lot of tactics that can be used or created in every sprint meeting. But commitments need to be made in the sprint to which tactics are top priority to help you and your team accomplish the overall goal. And that's the number one thing. This sprint is about tactics, not strategy.
Yeah, and so you brought up the next most important thing is that you should set clear goals every sprint. Like really well-defined goals, whether that is a productivity goal, like we're going to hit 90% of the deadlines that we set, or it's that we're going to make sure that we focus on these particular things to sort of the above all other things, right? Mm-hmm. We're making a commitment and then sticking to that commitment each week. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just saying individual commitments, right? If nobody owns the task, no one owns the task. No one's responsible for it. So at the end of each sprint and throughout it, it should be very clear who is responsible for what, when each task should be completed, and what success looks like for that period of time, which you just mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. That is hugely important. It motivates your team, and it lets you sort of step away and do other things, because it's really clear what you expect of them.
Yeah. So that's step two, clear goals for every sprint. The third thing that we always say is it's important, and this is where we're talking to you as the leader, that you gauge your team's capacity to complete the tasks at hand.
We have a client who has a leader that there's a famous saying about him that, God never gives you more than you can handle, but this leader does give you more. And And those leaders can be really effective, but if you're not constantly sort of figuring out when to throttle back, sometimes it's important. Sometimes you just have to load it up and go at 110%. But sometimes it's appropriate to throttle back and allow people a little bit of breathing room to catch up. So, if it's also a good time to, sort of think, do I have somebody that's not here next week? Do I need to account for that? Do I need to reset expectations with a stakeholder or a product owner because of that? Not overloading your team each week and setting good expectations about what can realistically gets done keeps everybody much happier. And honestly, the more you can do that, the more you're going to have people raising their hands asking for more.
Exactly. And these are honest conversations that you need to have during each sprint period. And make sure that your team knows these are honest sections of time to raise their hand and say, you know what, we all love a go-getter, but I can't. There's no way I can get that done this week, today, next week, whatever the case may be, right? They have to be bought in that they've got the capacity to do the tasks. And if they don't, this is the time to have that conversation.
Yeah. So if you're looking for like a really specific agenda for how we run sprint planning meetings, we've got one available on our website, and we'll put a link in the description to that. We run everything in Asana. We mentioned that in another video too. So if you'd like to know more about about our sprint system or our project management system, leave us a comment or visit us online at iprovonline.com today. We'd be more than happy to share some of these resources with you for free and to help get you started on your own sprint system.
For free, no harm. Let us know. We'll send it to you. All right, everybody, we appreciate it. Love the comments, love the feedback that we're getting from these. Again, share this with a friend. If you know a friend that leads a team, share this video with them. Maybe this is a good structure for them to follow. Or again, we're not black belts in this. Maybe there's just a tweak or so that'll make all the difference in the world, either to your organization or to theirs. Pat, we appreciate it. And until next time, peace, peeps.